Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another bit of Shadow Empire. In previous episode we had a bit of problems over here against our eastern enemy, and we lost quite a bit of our recruits already, so the situation is a bit dire. I have taken a bit of time to consider my options, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these. This one's got pretty good entrenchment, so that can stay there. I'm going to send this one over here to help block this area a little bit. They are probably going to push us back from this middle point there. Let's have a quick look at the replacement troops. So we've got 400 right now. We've got some motorized transports. We've got a little bit extra of other things as well, but we are losing manpower quickly. And one of the things that I've noticed is that the enemy, even just the enemy infantry in here, they actually got two different unit types here, but like these ones got over 260 hit points. They do have the combat armor, admittedly. And then the other one, the Grenadiers, who have over 300 hit points. Where if we compare to our, for example, line troops 2, those have about 100 hit points and a lot less stats. And then if we have a look at the, well, actually, what about the machine gun 3? Those got 130 hit points. Still quite rubbish otherwise. But of course, they do have the combat armor, so of course they have better stats in that regard. But I believe we had at least some line troop 3 over here, yeah. So these have got 300 hit points. So if we start to upgrade our troops, that is going to make life a little bit easier. One of the things that we're going to have to do, though, is get a little bit of machinery. And then there's a few things that I want to build. We just got the supply base built over here, so I'm going to immediately start building the air base in here, which, yeah, takes a little bit of stuff, not too much, though. And then I think we're also going to build a oil drilling facility over here, which is going to allow us to get a little bit more of our fuel situation fixed. I mean, it's currently a bit lacking, let's just say. Right, so we're not necessarily going to do too much over here, but once we get the airfield over here to level 2, we can get another set of interceptors, and hopefully that will allow us to at least reduce the effect that the planes have. And if they don't have the planes to support them, I'm pretty sure that we can hold them back over here, for example. And then slowly but surely start whittling them down as well, instead of them just attacking us, which, you know, we're taking quite a bit of casualties already because of that. Then in the north, I think we might actually have to move this into the mountains, just to make sure that they don't just cut us off through here, which they might be trying to do. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to send that one there, and this one up here, so we can kind of cover the prairie over here, which has the metal mine, which does have quite a bit of metal in there, actually. But yeah, we're going to have to cede the northern parts of somebody right now to the natives, because they've just got so much more troops and fairly good weaponry as well. But over here we can at least have a bit of defensive terrain for us, so that will help definitely. And then another thing that I noticed is that there is the... Okay, there's a bit of salamanders there, but there is a bit of metal over here. 30,000 metal, actually. Okay, that's quite a bit. So we could get some metal mines in here once we clear out the peninsula, maybe. And also, I'm going to pull this one back to the metal mine, well, future metal mine location in Ansung. We've still got the air bridge going, and over here we've got most of that. So I did also have a look at a little bit of our models, and yeah, we need to get our models upgraded quite a bit. Of course, we've just unlocked the combat armor, and we got that at least on the line troops level 3. Which already pretty much makes the troops roughly on par with what the enemies have. Of course, the design is already pretty much full, so we may need to actually create a new design, or the field testing is almost full on a lot of this infantry stuff, so we may need to do a new design, and I think it's going to have a bit higher base stats at least, which, you know, would definitely help. Of course, we still got a lot of stuff that we need to replace anyway, but I'm not necessarily want to do too much recruiting. Actually, I suppose one of the things that I could do, I know that we got these, did we? Oh yeah, we do have some of the new bikers in here. This could maybe be moved a little bit closer. Bring it over there. So now we've got a bit more information about the enemy. They've got a lot of tanks there, so I don't think we can realistically speaking attack them. But with our tanks here, we might be able to hold them back. We've got our air guns on the front line, which might not be ideal, but, you know, they can at least deal some damage to the enemies as well. And over here, we've got the AA over there. We've got a pretty good amount of money. Also got quite a bit of Diplo points, or political points, sorry, not Diplo points. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to try to send a... Actually, if we send Diplo team... Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll try to annex them, because if we can annex Draconis territory, that's going to give us a decent bit of territory. It's also going to get us pretty much into contact... Actually, not quite into contact with our almost ally in here. Another thing that I could actually do is propose trade between us. There we go. So we are getting some trade going. What else do we have, actually? So we got trade already at 1. Communication at 2. So we got the embassies, I believe. Military pacts at level 1. So I believe we got non-aggression pact. Oh, we got the friendship pact. Right. Oh, wait, no. We're already at 1, so we can't do another one this round. Fair enough. The next round, hopefully we can get the natives annexed. And I suppose over here the situation is still pretty okay. We could maybe try to cut off whatever is trying to move around here. So there's some animals in here, no doubt. And we should be getting the mine over here at least a little bit further. I'm not necessarily going to use any more points right this round. But let's get to the next one then. Because I suspect there's going to be a lot of combat in this round. There's definitely a lot of movement. Oh, there's the air attack. Oh, we actually shot down some of them. I think that's the first. Right, now they're clearing out a lot of the land there. Oh, we got attacked there in the island. We didn't get pushed back. So we killed 100 walkers and 10 low altitude, and we lost 100 infantry. And those infantry were lost on the island of Ansang, so that's actually quite useful. Gas-powered small arms has been discovered. And we have discovered new model light helicopter. Ooh, we could do the commercial project on now some places. Odense, right. Hochstein, our enemy, took the share that was on sale. Alright, let's have a look at the decisions. No changes over there. Maritime Trade House, 21,000 population. No, we need our population. I'm not going to say 21. Right, the meeting with the natives, I am going to organize a big ceremony to ask them to join us. Yes, sir. We succeeded with 5 points to spare. There we go. So now that should give us quite a bit of territory over here, and a lot of troops that we can then use. Oh, right. Can we actually move these? Okay, this one can. Some of these might not be able to move immediately anyway. Oh, that's a bit of a stack of lizard snakes there. There might be something over there as well. Those can't really move. Oh, wow, I didn't realize it goes all the way here. Well, in that case, let's just cut this area off here. Try to clear out some of the stuff. Right, so are these... Oh, yeah, some of these are just low on action points, so they had moved on the previous round. Or of the, you know, the AI's round, I suppose. This is another territory. I might not want to move in too heavily. Just gonna sort of hold our ground here. On the various locations. And we did gain a lot of land. I suppose we do need to send at least a bit more troops down here to try to outflank the enemy. That can't move yet. And these are, well, the militia are at least slowly gaining some troops back. These are a little bit low on supplies. And now we know at least that the enemy is right there. We lost a bit of infantry. We don't necessarily want to spend too much ammunition though, so we'll hold off for now. And over here they're trying to attack, but now we've managed to get a little bit further entrenchment for the troops, so that's actually going to be making our life a little bit easier. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a range attack on the... Actually, we could do a range attack on that one, but that might not really help us too much. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we'll just range attack on the stack over here. I don't think we're going to really damage the tanks, but we might get a hit or two on the Kubelwagen, nonetheless. Right, well, we did not destroy anything. We do have our bikers over here as well. I'll just keep them behind the line because they're not really that effective in combat right now. We got our tanks over there. Did we have any other troops that... No, we didn't hire any more troops last round. How are the constructions coming along? So one is over here. The airbase is almost done. We did start also on the oil drill over there, which got most of the production completed there. That one's still waiting for quite a bit in the metal mine. We could, technically speaking, get a bit more oil production over here in somebody as well, but I don't think we want to do that quite yet. So I'm guessing we don't really need too much... No, actually, we do need a little bit of replacement troops. Now we're going to get another 200 line troops 3. I suppose another thing that I could do... So I could start replacing some of the infantry, for example, over here. Like, I don't know, replace... with line troops 3... hold on a minute, can we only get... Oh, it might be the logistics are not necessarily sufficient. Well, we at least got a little bit. Oh yeah, that might be the problem with the logistics. Well, regardless, we got that. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more ammunition. We'll get another 400 or so. And hopefully that will be good. And the northern front rather over here seems to be stabilized now. Especially with the air units in there. And then I suppose these units have docking so well that I don't think the air units can realistically speaking do much. I wonder if I should move these in closer. Maybe start threatening. I have a feeling that there's probably an airfield in here somewhere. So if we could start threatening it a little bit with our troops, not necessarily going all the way in, but you know, just making sure that they know we're there. And that should also be within reach of the... If we have a look at, for example, the air recon. So that is within reach of our planes. It goes up to... Yeah, up to there, the coverage. Not going to do much about that, though, but at least we got that there. I could bring in the artillery in here. Oh, hello. Let's go ahead and do a bit of a range attack on these. We've got a lot of infantry and recon, so I don't think these are going to be all that effective defending. And we're getting a few hits with these 88mm guns. Oh, there we go. Didn't really kill anything, but we're going to have a look at the infantry in here. So this one's... Oh, that's low hit points. Oh, these are just the infantry with slug throws, so those are basically nothing. What about these? Well, I suppose that is the tier 1 stuff. This one's got advanced machine gun and powder advisors, so these are at least a bit more effective. Still nothing too great, and then these are a completely different unit, but it's still machine gun. But it's advanced machine gun and powder advisors, so it's basically the same thing as this thing. Got slightly less hit points by the looks of it. And a few other things, but yeah, it's there. Oh right, these are the AT gun. Oh right. I could move these here. They must have something in there. I suppose we could move in the recon there. Just to give us a bit more information about the enemy. So next time we do artillery attack here, we can at least see most of the enemy units from the get-go. There's also something crossing through here. It seems like it is an animal though. We'll just try to cover that one, or the iron mine over there that we're building, as to not lose it. These are a little bit low on supplies, so we're not necessarily going to be pushing too much in. But at least the troops over here can start digging in, so even though the terrain is a bit rubbish for defending, we can probably hold them back a little bit. And especially if we can... Well, we did shoot down at least 10 of their planes, so last round they took more casualties than we did. Which is a bit rare, admittedly, but I'll take it. But we should be getting a pretty good amount... Oh, actually, this one could now shuffle over to the front over here to help guard the iron mine, for example. Or something, help hold the mountain range over here. And then these two... Actually, this could already move in here. We'll start moving a little bit in there. Oh, is that one... Oh, that's non-aligned territories there. Okay. There's some ruins. That's quite handy. There's also some Draconis, or ruins at the Draconis itself. There are some free folk living in this zone. But that might be just Riggins that we just conquered. Yeah, that's just it. There is a monastery and derelict ancient mech, which is going to give us some military research bonus points. Not too shabby. Let's have a quick look at our research situation. So, heavy infantry at 25%, RPG infantry army at 24%, high-speed machine gun at 57%, heavy tank at 18%, personal armor optimization is 6%, and jet engine is 2%. So, jet engine we probably just started. We could... Oh, actually, we did unlock the light helicopter as well. So we could design a unit for that. Huh. Right, well, let's just go to the next round. I don't think there's too much else that we need to worry about right now. I mean, other than potential collapse on the Eastern Front. Sounds eerily familiar. Okay, so the Western Front is pretty peaceful, all things considered. So we can probably just pull back from there. I do hope that the neighbor that we just gained here... Well, I mean, we are friendly with them. I'm hoping that I could maybe improve relations with them a bit further so as to avoid the... Oh, I think they just attacked us. Alright then, so it's going to be a forefront war. Possibly. Oh, they're pushing on the road there. And, oh, there we go. Some salamanders got their behinds handed to them. Right, we killed 200 infantry, we didn't lose anything. We found some more fuel deposits. Steel silo in the zone somebody. Alright, 22 rare metals have been secured. Right, we're out of machinery. I guess what we should do then is produce a little bit more. Let's get another 2 at least. We're a little bit low on the metals, but national budget allowance, I don't think we need to do too much changes there. We just need to increase the bureaucrat point of production and also maybe get a little bit more for the various bonuses going. Right, we've got a minor worker strike in Ansang D. We still need to increase our autocracy. So we'll use the military force in there, I guess. 100 militant workers were killed. Unfortunate. Zone city upgrade. Oh, right, somebody. I will require you to ask me later. Alien natives threaten us. Aliens are howling and screaming at our border with Zhatelier territory. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pay them so I don't need to fight another war. Spies into Monis. I'm going to support the Church Knights once again. I really don't want to fight another war right now. Let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. We can get the automation thing back. Now, at least we got the troops in here. How strong are these? They're relatively strong. They're not overly strong, but it's just got the numbers advantage in here, which is the big problem. I guess what we could do is we could also send this militia up. Not exactly the best of troops, but a little bit surely I can get to help with the front line. And then I guess these could also... Is this one... Right, that's not a line, actually. You can capture a little bit of that. And Baden, Bruderland. Let's go ahead and open contact.
Yes, sir.
There we go. We've got 60 relations with them already. That's not too shabby. I'm going to send this one along here. Oh, right, there's the fuel. Don't know if that is occupied or not. Well, I do notice that there is something trying to push through here. Guess we could at least move there. Oh, there we go. Make sure to cover the Rose House at least. Now, I guess this could... I'm just going to keep it there for now. These can probably hold against the Salamanders for the time being without too many issues. I don't know if we got enough ammunition. Yeah, ammo is starting to be a bit low in here. The air bridge can only do so much. But yeah, they didn't attack there. They didn't really attack in here either. I guess now that we shot down some of their planes, they've realized that, okay, it's not going to be quite as easy as they thought. And we got our level 1 airfield in here now. Let's go ahead and start immediately constructing the level 2. And I suppose another thing that I could do, so I could already hire the fighter squadron. Yeah, that'll probably be just fine. How's the fuel situation? We're still losing quite a bit, but I suppose since we're not moving as many units right now, it's slightly less of an issue. Alright, we can regroup there. That is... Oh. I'm going to move the artillery back a little bit. All the way there, because... Oh, right, that's being constructed right now. We do have the supply base over there, at least. So that will at least allow a little bit more supplies to flow through, but it might still be a problem. We don't have the metal enough yet to continue the railway. Getting the railway up to Falan would be quite nice, but that may have to wait for a little bit longer. Right, and we don't have metals to produce more tanks. I mean, if we did, I think even our light tanks should be now pretty decent. If we look at, for example, the bears over here, so they've got 366 hit points versus non-infantry, and they've got a 107 hard defense and 160 soft defense. If we compare it to our new light tanks, the Blitzer 2s, actually they've got a lot higher soft defense, but our hit points are massive in comparison. And we've got also pretty good hard defense and a very good hard attack at that as well. 530 hit points versus non-infantry. I think that is going to be... Okay, it's suboptimal engine. It's got 50mm plating and 40mm high velocity gun, which means that it's going to be a bit more effective against enemy armor, which, you know, that is kind of what I was hoping for. But yeah, we don't have... Actually, could we, by chance, raise another light tank brigade? Or battalion? I don't think we have quite enough. If we go for the Blitzer 2s, we don't have enough metal. If we go for 50-50, we could almost get it. If we go only for the Blitzer 1s, then yeah, we could. But I think right now we'll just save up the metal. And I'm hoping that at least the supplies... Actually, how is the... Well, I suppose there is no ammunition down here, is there? Oh, and how is the... Right, we lost a little bit of workers there. We've got some private jobs. We've got the commercial area level 1. We could technically speaking upgrade that to level 2, and it would still be just the same amount of stuff. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Commercial project. Now there's a little bit more quality of life points that we'll be getting from there. Let's also have a look at the rest of this front over here, because I know that there are still some potential units to move in here. Various location is that? Right, that's right, it was Zhatelier that would try to, or yeah, was blackmailing us here. I guess we shouldn't be going too far into this area, although if we could just... actually, how bad is our relations with... it's 40 points, not particularly great. I'm going to pull back a little bit of these troops towards our base to help clear out the front line here. I mean, we did already get a little bit of the ground there. I don't know if the recon vehicles over here will be able to hold back the enemy. I mean, we've got at least the grassy mountains in here, so it's the defense modifiers. Technically speaking, these count as tanks, don't they? So it might not be quite enough. I suppose I could move this in here. And then next round, we're going to start moving these into a sort of flanking position there. And just to make sure that we don't lose the road there. Yeah, those already moved. Let's double check the situation here. So I do know that there is something in here on the road. There we go, that's been cleared out. So we can hopefully clear out this area. That one's... Right, I wanted to move the... Oh, I moved the recon, not the tanks. Or the artillery, sorry. I suppose the recon could move over here to try to stop this grounders. In the meanwhile, we just got our front line there. I could potentially try to clear out a little bit more of the coastline here, but I think that it's unnecessary right now. We could maybe build a tiny bit of the road, though, to link up to there. In which case, I suppose we could move there. Provide a little bit more coverage to the flank, and maybe the infantry could clear out some of that. Still got some troops in here guarding that. So this is the light tanks that we have, which all are just Blitzer 1s, admittedly, but that's alright. And then the front line over here didn't really move. We did get the airfield at least, so that's good. I do wonder if we should try to design a ultralight interceptor, like, not really all that great, but if we could have the range from here to that area, which would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles at least to cover both of these provinces, or hexes. So that's a fairly long range that we'd have, so I don't know if we can get that or not. Well, I suppose, well, ultralight aircraft with armament, it might not happen. But yeah, at least this northern section over here seems to be mostly fine. We may need to get some recon units in here just to provide a little bit intel on the enemy units surrounding us. They got some... Oh, they got some artillery in there, actually. I don't think they started doing any bombardment runs, though. Of course, these have dug in fairly well. They got 200 entrenchment on both of these units, so that already makes quite a bit of a difference. Those are on the hold the line, so that actually increases the defensiveness even further. I think that is still the... Oh, right, they moved a lot of troops around here, I think. So we'll just hold there. There's a lot of recon stuff there. But yeah, I think we'll just head to the next round, shall we? Oh, looks like our friend in the north is starting to gain some ground. Good on them. As long as they don't start fighting me. I don't mind them expanding a little bit. Maybe clearing out some of the other minor nations. Oh, there's an airstrike. Oh, they destroy a little bit of artillery. I tried to do another airstrike, but that one didn't do too much. Oh, that's a different minor nation there attacking us. Lots of movements, though. So lost 10 guns, but that's it. Aha, we got the autocracy to 55 points. Ooh, deep core mining. Expensive, complicated idea, but if you see no other way to get fuel, it might be worthwhile. The idea is basically to dig a very deep hole and harness the gases that would escape corewards deep below the surface. Alright then. Did we... suppose we could move the second interceptor group already in here. The 4th fighter squadron. I suppose this one is not yet up, no, but we've done a full round's work worth of work there. The enemy did move a little bit through here. Let's just go ahead and retake some of this. We could also try to recapture some of that area. Look at the decisions. Besides, one's change in propaganda. I mean, he's already in pretty good relations with us. You know what? Sure. Research Council task priorities, we're not going to change those. And then Alliance Review. Yes, all is well. Quest in helping fight Syndic cells. Everyone from Prudoland has explained us that they are Syndic territories organizing from their lands active in our cities. They request our cooperation in exterminating these cells. I think we are gonna help them. That's gonna increase relations with them, which of course reduces the chance of them attacking us. And maybe we can start doing some good trade with them or something. Later down the line. We've got a decent bit of metals now. We're getting quite a bit of that per round, actually. But how are the... Did we get the drill? Oh, yes, we did complete the drill in here now, finally. So that's good. So next round onwards, we should be getting a little bit more stuff. I suppose what we could try to do is try to get the rail another step closer. It is bloody expensive, though. We could get up to there, though. If we don't need to... Well, I suppose we are missing that one artillery piece over here, I reckon. Oh, no, that was still assigned. We got a lot of tanks coming in here, though. That makes... Well, some of that is probably recon, admittedly. It does make me a little bit worried. Let's go ahead and keep bombarding this bridgehead that they have on our side of the river. Okay, we've done a little bit damage. Don't know how... Actually, I suppose these tanks don't really get entrenchment, do they? No, the tanks don't get entrenchment. I suspect that our tanks could probably deal some damage to them, but then we'd have to replace them, and I don't think we can afford it quite this round. But in the future, perhaps. And the next round onwards, we can probably get the airfield over here up. Yeah, it should be... Well, maybe. Don't think we have enough of the metals to complete it this time around, but if we can get the interceptors there, that should provide a little bit air coverage in here, maybe. I'm not entirely sure if that is going to be sufficient. It should be at least within the reach of these units. Actually, technically speaking, it should be up to... hold on a minute. It should be up to there. So even this area should be within the coverage of the interceptors, in theory. I'm not entirely sure how likely they are to be doing the intercepting, though. And I don't know if they go up to here anyway. Oh, right, and here's the enemy trying to sneak through here. That's... I don't know if it's there or somewhere else. Surely it wouldn't be there. Oh, no, it is. Oh, these seem dangerous. Okay, how bad are they? There's a long frogs. They got a lot of hit points. The attack values aren't massive, but I suppose a lot of these units are quite old, and thus not necessarily the best of qualities. I guess we could get a little bit more replacements. And then, well, we got some replacement machine guns already. We did use up the artillery replacement, but I don't think we can afford getting any more right now. Quickly fix the border there, once again, and I think... Oh, did we? We did get the mine over here as well, so that's providing us a lot of the metal that we need. And now the railway is... I think next round we can get the railway up to Fallon, and after that it's going to at least reduce a little bit of truck usage in this gap. And of course then we need to build the railway all the way to Spokomania to utilize it a bit further, but you know, it's an improvement. And I suppose... Oh, did we... We did build the railway up to somebody, yeah, we did. Okay, so that does reduce some of the traffic going between these two cities, and there is a really good capacity in there, actually. Did that one... No, that one did not move yet. That one cannot move this round. Is that... Oh, I think the recon might not be able to get through there. Okay, well, we're going to skip past this area then. Get to the road and then move in here to help. There's definitely a lot of the verminoid still about. Is this one... Right, that's non-aligned. That's Aconio, which is the one that we're fighting, and... Oh, right, these started moving in. I think it might be best for us to pull back a little bit with these troops. Maybe try to get a bit of a front line there. Don't know if there's anything in here. Right, this was... Right, that's another territory, actually. So we kind of know that that one's empty, at least. We had some of the combats there. Did these move yet? No, they did not. I'm going to try to send the... Well, I suppose this one could help over here guard the flank a little bit. But then the cavalry can then go around and recapture the media tech and maybe try to... Well, I suppose English being, we could cut their supplies, I suppose. Although probably not fully. Let's try to capture a little bit more land over here. While our friends... how good relations do we have? 72, actually, that's pretty decent. We could get an embassy with them. No, they don't really want an embassy yet. Don't have an embassy, right, so we can't do a lot of the other things either. We opened contact with them at least. Could I be a friendship with them?
Yes, sir.
There we go, so now we've got relations of 80. I wonder if that would then be enough to get the embassy up. Unlikely. But at least we got okay relations with them. I'm not too worried about it otherwise. Get a little bit of these troops down here as well. So if we could start pushing these out. I mean, that one's a lot of lizard snakes in here. Decent bit of hit points, so probably not able to push them back all the way. These have yet to get their reinforcements. I suppose the air bridge is, you know, kind of limited in what it can bring in. Oh, right, we lost a little bit of workers in here, so the airbase is not going to be able to support quite as much. Right then, but I do realise that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.